NFL 23 on EA Sports, where we've got ourselves a rematch of last year's NFC title game. It's the Rams and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brand. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
As he gets the first down, let's take a look at what Cooper Kupp did last season because it was one of the greatest years for a receiver in NFL history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, both second most in a season all time. Truly an MVP caliber performance for the Super Bowl champs, and he capped it off in the Super Bowl himself as the MVP.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A torn Achilles was supposed to end Akers' 2021 season before it actually began. 5 months later, in a miraculous recovery, Akers made it back and helped the Rams win the Super Bowl. Now everyone in LA wants to know, how does he follow up that yeoman performance?
first down. Bryant. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Bryant. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Going right back to Akers. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Bryant, open man right side is Kupp, complete. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And at one point, he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to. and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. In a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there was always room to add to that legacy.
Throwing on first down is Brady. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. From the 41, Brady. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And right side, they're going to go option here. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 2nd down and 4, Brady. Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Following the fumble recovery, Brandt going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Brandt over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams number in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara, and then again 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Higbee complete right side.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a 2nd down and 6. A give up the middle to Akers.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run here with Akers.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All of a sudden, those lanes over there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On play action, it's Brady. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now the second-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. First downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Brady. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Brady to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Brady. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Brady now on first down.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Throwing now is Brady. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Throwing on first down. Brant. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw on second down. Brant.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, Brant eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, The coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 18 on the play. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Gay's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start the game. This guy's on fire.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Brandt. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st down, Brandt. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, Brandt. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
On the give, this is Akers.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down. Brandt. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
They'll run for it with Akers.
Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Throwing to start the drive. Brandt. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Back to throw.
Brandt. He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped it pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Operating from the gun. Brandt. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And we get a look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Tackle by Emmanuel Mosley.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Brandt,
middle of the field to Jefferson.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go now.
Off play action. Brandt.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Los Angeles. Let's ride, dog.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Off the play fake, Brandt. And his throw here's incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Gets this one to Juszczyk. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
To throw, it's Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out right at the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Samuel.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A lot of times when you get a magical third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Brady to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Complete to Deebo Samuel. The gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Now Brady again.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another 49ers. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
This to the outside, it's Sermon.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Brady's throw there complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Brady's throw complete here to Ayuk.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big... And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Charlie Warner
touchdown grab. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now Gold for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Show them what you got. They can't beat us straight up. Here we go, set.
Here's Akers. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the gun on 3rd down, Brandt. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the lead will hold at 13.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 13. 20 seconds to go. It's a tall order, but they do begin with decent field position on 1st down.
Let's go, fellas.
Brady now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
So it's the Rams here that take home the W, and it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, he had a great night throwing the football. Wound up with 3 touchdown passes for the game, and his leadership, it really showed through in this one.